Hi, this is Matt Bradley Shirky with more news and some initial impressions of Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster, specifically 1, 2, and 3. It just came out on the 28th, 2 days ago. I got to listen to all the soundtracks of the games, and they're pretty neat. I have to say, like really full, rich arrangements. The battle themes often have like driving guitar in them. The music I'm really satisfied with. And the graphics, at least on my 1080p monitor, are good. They scale up nicely. I think they did what they had to do. But first, let's get into the news before we see my impression. First thing, people complained about the font in the game. It's that way in at least this initial version of the release game. It's very narrow. I don't think that's a game changer. I can read it fine, but I sit pretty close to my computer monitor. But if you had a smaller screen, it could be a problem. It definitely leaves a lot of open space, a lot of blank space as you're walking around in the different menus that could be chewed up by a better font. Already, Scott White at RPG Site found a hack to fix it. Involves futzing around, renaming a few files. I haven't done that. I want to wait for an official patch, but that someone found a solution to it at less than a few hours, after the game got released, is really quite something. I think they'll have to fix this with an official patch. This was complained about in all these reviews, and that's that. It's that simple. Next. Okay, so Final Fantasy 1, 2, and 3 Pixel Remaster hit. What about Final Fantasy 4, 5, and 6? Are they going to come all at once? Are they going to come individually? I have no idea. I checked the Japanese, American, and European websites at FinalFantasy.com, has kind of the hub for those official links. It all just says coming soon. The Final Fantasy Twitter, which is at Final Fantasy, if you haven't guessed, is something where they have been posting like screenshots and some bits of the music and stuff from the game, so it's more Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster content as opposed to, the newer titles coming out, way down the line, like Final Fantasy 16 and all those things. I hope we get an announcement in a few weeks. Sometime in August would be nice. Recall originally they said Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster was going to come out summer 2021. Well, it's pretty much the end of July. Ultimately, if they're going to stick to that initial summer 2021 date, it'll have to be sometime in August or September. Last day of summer is September 22nd. They got about 6 weeks, more or less. So I hope they can do it, and I want them to come out with all the games at once. The other kind of bug that people have found, and I was able to recreate it, I captured some footage of it this morning, there's a bug with screen tearing in Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster. What I mean by that is there's 3 different kind of modes, aside from the resolutions, right? One is full screen, meaning the game takes up the whole screen. The other is windowed, so it just looks like another app on your PC, like, I don't know, Microsoft Word or something. You can move it around. So, I like to play in windowed mode. Anyway, I'm playing this at 720p for the most part. And I can, on the side, I can have Twitter or I can have email or something. If something important comes up, I can, hop out of the game if I'm not in like total game focus mode, right? Other option is full screen, self-explanatory. And then there's windowed borderless, meaning you don't have the default kind of Windows border around it. It just looks like a floating square. That's just the game. You don't see the title up there with whatever your Windows settings are in the title bar. So if you choose full screen or window borderless, you get screen tearing, and it's very easy to see. You can see this footage right here I captured. Whether you're going on the overworld map or in towns, there's just a lot of screen tearing. Look around the middle of the screen and see that kind of flickering stuff that's going on. It doesn't make the game unplayable, but it's a hell of an eyesore, and this really needs to get fixed in a patch, Square-Enix. So what about my impressions of Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster 1, 2, and 3? I put about, maybe 30 minutes to each game, enough to go through kind of like the first dungeon or the first few cutscenes. And I have to say, I am more or less impressed, I think, with what they did. The music is far better all the way through. I listened to it while I was doing stuff around the house, and it was great. It looks like they might have, looking at the credits, they might have even done some, all been like real instruments or something for some of the stuff like flutes, and it's really rich. I can't wait till there's an official release of the soundtrack. What else? Oh yeah, so if you pre-ordered the bundle or pre-ordered the game, I guess, you would get these bonus things on Steam. So you have like wallpaper, and one of the wallpapers is Yoshitaka Amano artwork. The other is a kind of like custom drawing of the pixel characters in a line with a lot of, with like a background from a battle behind them. And those look kind of dumb. The Yoshitaka Amano stuff looks much better. The in-game gallery to view the concept art that's mainly by Yoshitaka Amano, from what I understand. I wish they'd credit who does each piece in there, but it's good. The only thing that's lacking, at least on this Steam PC version that I've been playing, is a zoom feature. A lot of these other retro game collections, whatever you want to call them, you can zoom in and out on the artwork, and that you can't. You can just flip through the pages is a bit rudimentary and disappointing. It's as a fan of art, I graduated in 2005 from Savannah College Art and Design with a degree in, it's right on the wall here, interactive design and game development. Part of that, you had to paint stuff, by hand with like acrylics or ink or oil, what have you. I like zooming in on the paintings and seeing the detail. And I mean, Amano's artwork is some of my favorites. There's a lot of artwork in here. Like, I don't have a problem with the artwork they picked, but if you could zoom in or not, that'd be great. The music player is cute. It has animations at the top, and the little pixel characters walk towards each other and like dance and go away as you're playing. You can have it loop. You can't have it loop a single track, although that'd be kind of fun. If you listen to the same piece of music over and over again, as you're doing like studying for a test or writing a paper or something, you actually get stuff done faster. And I don't know if that's a kind of psychosis or what you would call that, but you should try it sometime. It's an interesting exercise. We're frankly going to be lucky what kind of patches we'll get, but the font I predict will get picked. I did get some good comments online from, I've got great feedback on these Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster videos. That's why I'll be doing them. Yeah, so according to one of the commenters on my videos, Akla, giving a shout out to them, mentioned that the controller on the mobile version is static with a joystick in the middle. You can switch to touchscreen controls, but it doesn't work if you're trying to walk into secret tunnels. I don't have the mobile versions. I don't plan on getting them because I already spent a good amount on the Steam collection, but that's good news to know, Akla. Thanks very much. And yeah, if you want to comment, be sure to comment below. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe or, oh wait, down here, subscribe and like this video and share it with all your friends. And that's it. I got other videos. I talked about like the bestiary and music stuff from the preview. People really liked the video I did comparing music from the old games, so I might do that again. Good feedback from there. If you have any ideas of what I can do with videos, please post stuff below. I've been watching on and off people stream this on Twitch. I plan on streaming the games on Twitch, as I mentioned in a past video, and then I'll put the playthrough here on YouTube. And I'm just really shocked, the number of people that are playing this. It makes me happy. I really hope this game does well and that we do get console versions. They haven't confirmed for sure, but that'll be a relief off people's backs because that was a big criticism of the original trailer when this thing did at E3. So there's like over 100 people playing Final Fantasy 1, 2, and 3, Pixel Remaster less so on Twitch yesterday when I was kind of browsing around. And some people like already beat through the game like in one sitting. So it's neat, and it's getting people to check out these old games that never played them before. And although there's a simplicity to these first 6 Final Fantasy titles, in particular these first 3, that the Pixel Remaster is letting a new generation enjoy them, as well as old generations enjoy them on modern systems with accoutrements like the better resolutions and so forth, is really cool. I'm Matt Bradley Shurgi. You can buy my books at matwbt.com or just search up Matt Bradley Shurgi on, it's a lot of letters, isn't it? Tschirgi. It's how you spell the part people can't spell. Look it up on Amazon, and I'll have links down below in the show notes. And my podcast is Sequelcast 2 and Friends. I talk about movies and video games. Recently did an interview with Dan Kitchen, one of the designers on The Simpsons Bart versus the Space Mutants. He also worked on Boy and His Blob, and the other 2 NES Simpsons games, Bart vs. the World and Bartman Meets Radioactive Man. As the dwarves in Final Fantasy IV would say, rally ho!